from Speaker of the House Boehner. Mr. Speaker, I want to pick up on something that my colleague Brian Williams asked you about last month. He asked if you were willing to take on some members of your caucus who don't believe that the president was actually born in the United States. And this was a portion of your answer. I want to play it.
We're nothing more than a slice of America. And people come with, regardless of party labels, they come with all kinds of beliefs and ideas. It's the melting pot of America. It's not up to me to tell them what to think.
And indeed, members of Congress speak publicly and are outspoken and will say what their views are. And sometimes they have an effect on what people believe around the country. And there was something that caught my eye this week that was on Fox News on the Hannity program, a focus group with voters in Iowa led by Frank Luntz, the Republican strategist. And he had this exchange with them. I want to show it to you.
I believe that Barack Obama's religious beliefs do govern his foreign policy.
And what are his religious beliefs?
I believe that he is a Muslim.
You do?
Yes.
How many of you believe that here?
How many believe?
Wow. You believe he's a Muslim?
Yes.
As the Speaker of the House, as a leader, do you not think it's your responsibility to stand up to that kind of ignorance?
David, it's not my job to tell the American people what to think. Our job in Washington is to listen to the American people. Having said that, the state of Hawaii has said that he was born there. That's good enough for me. The president says he's a Christian. I accept him at his word.
But isn't that a little bit fast and loose? I mean, you are the leader in Congress, and you're not standing up to obvious facts and saying these are facts. If you don't believe that, it's nonsense.
I just outlined the facts as I understand them. I believe that the president is a citizen. I believe the president is a Christian. I'll take him at his word.
But that kind of ignorance about whether he's a Muslim doesn't concern you?
Listen, the American people have the right to think what they want to think. I can't, it's not my job to tell them.
Why isn't it your job to stand up and say, no, the facts are these? Did John McCain do that? What you're saying it's good enough for me. Is that really standing up and saying, for those who believe that or who would talk about that, you had a member of Congress, you had a new Tea Party freshman who was out just yesterday speaking to conservatives, and he said, I'm fortunate enough to be an American citizen by birth, and I do have a birth certificate to prove it. That was Raul Labrador, a new congressman from Idaho. Is that an appropriate way for your members to speak?
The gentleman was trying to be funny, I would imagine, but remember something. It really is not our job to tell the American people what to believe and what to think. There's a lot of information out there. People read a lot of things.
You shouldn't stand up to misinformation or stereotypes.
But I've made clear what I believe the facts are.
Mm-hmm. But is it because it weakens the president politically, it seeks to delegitimize him, that you sort of want to let it stay out there?
No. What I'm trying to do is to do my job. Our job is to focus on spending. We're spending too much money here in Washington. The president's going to outline this new budget tomorrow that I outlined earlier. Spends too much, borrows too much, and taxes too much. And the president wants to talk about winning the future. This isn't winning the future. It's spending the future.
I want to ask you about something you said last June about the state of America.